Good morning, students, and welcome to your English class. Today, we will be doing the prose chapter, The Seven Sisters. So, students, who are these seven sisters we are going to talk about? We are going to talk about the states of the northeastern part of India. Okay, the seven sister states is a popular term for the contiguous states of Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, Mizoram, Manipur, and Nagaland. And why are they named as Seven Sisters of India? Is because the northeastern states are interdependent on one another, and all these states are connected to India via Siliguri corridor, and hence that is the only way to reach the seven sister states. Okay, and therefore they are known as the seven sisters of India. Once again, what are the seven sisters name? The seven sisters of India refers to the states of Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, Mizoram, Manipur, and Nagaland. Is it clear? And this is towards the northeastern part of India. Okay. So this is the land of seven sisters state. Okay. So now let us begin with the lesson. Hello everyone. Have you guessed who we are? We are the seven sisters of Northeast India, still unexplored, isolated territories. Here isolated means, okay, far away from everyone or everything. Okay, so the states here are telling us that we are the seven sisters of Northeast India who have isolated territories, whose geographical features, okay, or the culture is still unexplored to most of you and to the rest of the world. Our sister, Sikkim, lies to the north, but we seven sisters are contagious to each other. Okay, so actually, Sikkim is also included in the list, but Sikkim is a little far away from these seven sisters, and these seven sisters are contagious, okay, connected to each other. We are famous for our natural beauty, lush forest. Your lush forest means forest growing in abundance, and wild animals, as well as our colorful costumes, traditional jewelry, exotic flowers. Exotic flowers mean flowers originated. There are many flowers which are originated from these seven states, and our own unique dance and music. Nature lovers have designated a whole area as one of the world's biodiversity hotspots. What is the meaning of biodiversity? Biodiversity means the existence of a number of different kinds of animals and plants which together make a good and healthy environment. Okay, now we will introduce ourselves one by one. Okay, so now let us know about these seven sisters one by one. So here the first state we have is Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, this, dear students, okay, the lesson here is like an autobiography or a speech of the seven sisters of Northeast India. Okay, and once again Repeating the names of the seven sisters are Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Meghalaya, Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland, and Tripura. Okay, so Arunachal Pradesh. Hi, they call me the land of the rising sun, the land of the dawn lit sun. Okay, so why is Arunachal Pradesh called as the land of the rising sun or the land of the dawn lit sun? Is because this state is the first to receive the sun rays. Okay, and therefore it is known as the land of the rising sun or the land of the dawn lit sun. Arunachal Pradesh is position is as the easternmost state of India, and it is located on the northeastern tip of India with its borders touching China, Bhutan and Myanmar. Okay, the state also is known as the orchid state of India or the paradise of the botanists. So moving ahead, I am Arunachal Pradesh. My people are simple and hospitable. Now, what is the meaning of hospitable? Hospitable means very friendly and welcoming. They belong to many tribes speaking their own languages. Their diet is largely made up of rice with fish, meat, and many green vegetables. And a popular dish is momos, that is, steamed buns with meat or vegetable stuffings. So this is the state of Arunachal Pradesh, the land of rising sun, and its diet. Okay, the famous food momos. Now, dear students, let us understand more about or know more about Arunachal Pradesh. I am a nature lover's heaven. My land is spotted with monasteries. Monasteries are homes for monks. Lush green forest, lakes, waterfalls, and deep river valleys. In my limestone caves, known as Tepnuru, and forest reserves, you will find a great variety of wildlife. You must make it a point to visit the 400-year-old Buddhist monastery at Tawang and enjoy cultural festivals at Zairo. Don't miss the Namdafa Tiger Project. You are also welcome to the many wildlife sanctuaries and national parks where you see rare animals, birds, and plants. I am also home to India's first orchid sanctuary. Okay, so till now we have understood about Arunachal Pradesh, known as the land of rising sun. Okay, then we saw about its nature. Okay, beautiful nature, the monasteries built, the lush green forest, the lakes, waterfalls, and deep river valleys. Okay, here we also have the 400-year-old Buddhist monastery at Tawang, including wildlife sanctuaries and national parks. Okay, you'll also get to see rare animals, birds, and plants, and it is known as the first home of orchids sanctuary. Is it clear? Have you understood Arunachal Pradesh? So students, these are some of the images of Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, the 400-year-old Buddhist monastery at Tawang. Okay, then the orchid sanctuary. This is the orchid flower, and this is the cave. Okay, we moving to the next state, let us have a quick recap on the previous state, that is Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, so what is Arunachal Pradesh called as? Arunachal Pradesh is called as the land of rising sun, that is the land of the dawn lit sun. Okay, what are some of the things for which Arunachal is well known? Arunachal is very well known for its 400-year-old Buddhist monastery at Tawang, the cultural festivals at Zairo, the Namdapha Tiger Project, and the India's first orchid sanctuary. Then in Arunachal Pradesh, limestone caves are known as Tepnuru. Okay, and I would like you all to think for a moment that what has impressed you the most about Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, so can we move on to the next state? So the next state here is Assam. Now Assam, pay attention as we read. Friends, I am Assam, also known as Ahom. You will find my land between the beautiful valleys of the Brahmaputra and Barak rivers. They call me the gateway to the seven sisters. Okay, so why is Assam known as the gateway to seven sisters? Assam is called as the gateway to seven sisters because it acts like a gateway between the rest part of the India and the seven states in the northeastern region of India. Okay, my people are very hospitable. If you come here, you can enjoy the cuisine. Cuisine is the food, which has its own distinctive aromas and flavors. I am known for my artistic heritage, exotic dance forms, and elegant temples. The rivers ensure that my territory is lush and fertile, with wetlands, orchids, tea estates, and scenic forests and parks. Kaziranga National Park and Manas National Park are World Heritage Sites. My picturesque landscape of golden green rice fields and landscaped tea estates is awesome to behold. And you know, Assam tea is world famous. So here we see, okay, that Assam speaks about the beautiful valleys of the Brahmaputra and Barak rivers. Okay, again we saw why Assam was known as the gateway to the seven sisters. Here the people are very hospitable. The cuisine over here has its own distinctive aromas and flavors, and Assam is known for its artistic heritage, exotic dance forms, and elegant temples. Temples, sorry. The Kaziranga National Park and Manas National Park are the World Heritage Sites. Okay, and there are different beautiful pictures of landscape of golden green rice fields and landscaped tea estates. And we all know that Assam tea is one of the world famous tea. Okay, so moving ahead, knowing more about Assam, the Brahmaputra is Assam's lifeline. The land is also rich in petroleum, natural gas, coal, limestone, and other minor minerals. My hand woven silks are exquisite with natural colors and designs. They say our women weave fairy tales on their looms. Assam silk fabrics, iri, muga, and pat are the most sought after silks in the world of fashion. I am known as the land of fairs and festivals. The major festival of Assam is Bihu. Cane and bamboo are the inseparable parts of my life. As souvenirs, you can take the jappi, that is traditional sunshade, and mask. Don't forget to visit the Ahom palaces. Okay, so these are some of the places of the state of Assam. Okay, the tea plantation and landscape, the river Brahmaputra, then the temples, the World Heritage Site Kaziranga, and the golden rice field crop. Okay, so now before we moving ahead, let us have a quick recap on the state of Assam. Okay, so dear students, where is Assam situated? Assam is situated between the beautiful valleys of the Brahmaputra and the Barak rivers. What is Assam well known for? Assam is well known for its artistic heritage, exotic dance forms, and elegant temples and hand woven silk. Okay, moving knowing more about Assam, Assam is also known as Ahom, and Assam is a very beautiful place to visit. So this is how Eri silk from Assam looks like. Okay, and these are the pictures or images of the Muga silk. Can you see beautiful saris and fabric? So this picture is the various dance forms, the festival of Bihu, and this is the souvenir that one can purchase from the state, that is the jappi, known as the sunshade or and masks. So I hope you have understood about the state of Assam and Arunachal Pradesh. Now let us move on to the next state. The next state here we have is Meghalaya. Hello friends, I am the abode of clouds. Abode of clouds means the home of clouds. Meghalaya. Okay, so Meghalaya is known as the abode of clouds. My capital city, Shillong, is called Scotland of the East. Okay, so the capital city of Meghalaya, that is Shillong, is known as the Scotland of the East because of its highland, fog, and scenery. Here, my people speak English. Okay, people speak in English, Khasi, Nar, and Garo. I am overwhelmingly beautiful. Overwhelmingly beautiful means strongly beautiful. And everything here is impossibly green and alive. The rolling mists in the valleys. The rolling mist is, okay, a very thick form of water vapor. For example, if I have to explain this to you, when you pour water in a hot vessel, there's a thick or a very dense water vapor that which is almost looks like fog. Okay, so similarly, there are rolling mist in the valleys. The undulating hills. Undulating hills means the hills and in such pattern which are like goes up and down like a wave. Okay, so the undulating hills, numerous lakes, waterfalls, caves, sacred forest. Here sacred forest means are the forests or the trees that have a very special religious importance to a particular culture. And the exotic flora are the plants, various forms of plants, and fauna are the animals are fascinating. Now cultivation is practiced even today. Your Jum cultivation is known as the slash and burn agriculture. Now it is a process of growing crops by first clearing the land of trees and vegetation and burning them after, and then growing crops on that land. Okay, so why do they do so? They do so because the burnt soil contains potassium, which increases the nutrient content of the soil. So here the people in Meghalaya still practice zoom or shifting cultivation. I have lovely mountains with stretches of valleys and highland plateaus. The rock formations here contain rich deposits of valuable minerals like coal, limestone, uranium, and sillimanite. I have many rivers. Please come to see Cherrapunji or Mawson Ram. The wettest place is on earth. You can enjoy the forest and sacred groves here. I boast of several national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. Friends, you would be amazed to see the Krim Liathpara, which is the longest cave, and Sinram Pamyang, which is the deepest cave. You can enjoy the panoramic view of Bangladesh from here. Do come to this Pine Fresh Mountain State during the Vangala festival in autumn. Okay, so here we have about the state on Meghalaya. This is the image of the deep valleys. Okay, the drum cultivation, burning of crop, and shifting agriculture. Then the panoramic view of the state of Bangladesh and the caves. Okay, so these are the images of the state of Meghalaya. Okay, I hope you have understood the lesson till here and have gathered enough information.